I knew that fool McGregor was going down from the moment I saw the press conference when he starts talking about gang signs with one hand and animal balloons with the left. I've been putting it down like that for as long as I can remember. Hey, when you got mouths to feed, you do what you gotta do. I got 3 baby mamas and 2 kids. You figure that one out. I was planning on making these videos at the park, but I can't go more than 15 yards from my house for like another 3 months. It was either that or community service. And I said, chale, I don't pick up nobody's trash, not even my own. This is my primo Flaco. And he's gonna be helping me demonstrate Mexican martial arts in these videos.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
This is my show. So he comes in for the punch, and before he's able to make contact, I catch it in the sleeve of my jacket. At this moment, he's most likely gonna reach over his shoulder to grab me. The other arm, fool. So he reaches over with the other arm, and I catch it in the sleeve of my jacket. Now I got both arms. If you can get it from the same position, you can reach around like a reverse bear hug and zip up the jacket for a more secure fit. If it has buttons, that'll work too, but it'll take longer. It's important to remember the 3 steps of any judo throw. The sushi, sukukui, and kaka. The sushi, because in Japan, it's always the first course of any meal, so it helps to remember the order. Sukukui, because this is the moment where the attacker starts to fear for his life, because you just went into beast mode. And kaka, because if you do it right, this fool's gonna do kaka in his pants. This cut right here. Now there's an extension to this move if you can pull it off. The moment I execute the uchimata, I want to be sure to hold on to this arm and immediately drop down. This is when the uchimata becomes the fuchimata. The pressure here as well as the stench here will render him helpless with the quickness. From what I can see, all McGregor did was kick the front leg and run. But I was watching through my neighbor's window, so. And then another thing, I guess Nate Diaz have barely got back from camp. I remember when I went to camp, hot dogs, chips, hamburgers, sodas, all day. And they said that fool Nate Diaz had a full camp. It was probably like all summer. This is my primo Flaco. I let this fool be in my videos because he's strong like bull. He's got that low center of gravity, cat-like reflections, and it's his camera. The Brazilians are known for 3 things: the blowout, the wax, and the jiu-jitsu. The problem is that most BJJ practitioners participate in all 3 of these activities. Basically, our goal was to make BJJ a lot better and a lot less annoying. This resulted in the birth of Mexican Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or MBJJ. Not only was BJJ a little too touchy, but it was also wildly impractical. For example, arguably the most popular move in BJJ is the rear naked choke. Mira, if you're in a safe place with some down homies, whatever, you do what you gotta do. But if I'm throwing down with some fool in the street, I don't have the time or the desire to get naked. That's how they got that fool Pee Wee Herman. So we decided to focus on this specific move and turn it into what we now call the rear fully clothed choke. Basically, this fool's not a good striker or defender, which is why he grapples. So he takes me to the ground immediately. Hey fool, not that hard. This is when I trick him by telling him what I'm gonna do next. Hey fool, I'm gonna put a rear naked choke on you. Let's see how you like that. Now, as a BJJ practitioner, this fool knows what that means. it means he has a couple of minutes to kill while I get naked in order to apply the choke correctly. So at this point, his guard is completely down, and he's most likely watching some cage fighting videos because that's what BJJers thrive on, rather than real life, anything goes street scenarios. While he's distracted, I get in position for the choke. But as an MBJJ practitioner, I remain fully clothed. After a few moments, he's dreaming of his favorite fighters in a warm, sweaty embrace, while my exposure remains decent. Regular BJJ has its own ways of taking the fight to the ground, but they only set you up for failure, like the double leg takedown, which is perfect if your plan is to get choked out by a guillotine. Or the knee tap, in case you like your huevos scrambled. There's only one method of taking the fight to the ground 100% of the time. I call it the stealing second base move. The moment he squares up, I decide that I'm taking the fight to the ground, whether he's coming with me or not. I fake some punches and then I steal second base. Now it's a ground fight. What's up, fool? Real men fight on their backs. Get at me! Most likely, you'll scare him away because he'll think there's something wrong with you. In some cases, he'll just throw you on the ground, but he doesn't know what to do once he's there. There are three main things that Mexicans are known for that we have in our blood: familia, boxing, and type 2 diabetes. Today we're gonna focus on boxing. One time I had to box my tío Beto. He has type 2 diabetes. That was like the most Mexican thing I ever did. This is my primo Flaco. If you would have told me a couple years ago that this fool would be in my videos, I would have said, chale, that fool's worthless. But now, he's the only one that would do it. Mexican boxing consists of only one punch, the haymaker. You can find examples of this on YouTube or after school behind the liquor store. Typically, when you go toe-to-toe with someone, you run the risk of getting caught with an uppercut, straight right, left hook, right cross, jabs, and so on. But Mexican boxing eliminates all of these threats by taking advantage of the haymaker. The moment we square up, the first thing I want to do is look for a bystander. Basically, I want to get him between myself and the attacker. This will hinder the efforts of the attacker while my range of motion remains wide open. Not only am I safe against the attacker's punches, but he's tiring himself out as well, resulting in a quick and efficient victory for me. If you're unable to find a bystander, then you can use the Mayweather strategy. Mayweather is known as one of the greatest boxers of all time. The funny thing is, Mayweather became so good at boxing by not boxing. Flaco, tell him how much Mayweather likes to run.
Mayweather ran more during his career than Usain Bolt. Mayweather should be a politician because he loves running. Mayweather's favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is The Running Man. Mayweather's favorite dance move is The Running Man. If Mayweather was an appliance, he'd be a fridge because he's always running. Mayweather ran with the Bulls and somehow he won by anonymous decision. Mayweather's favorite fighter is Forrest Gump. Mayweather once ran on a treadmill for 4 hours before he realized that it wasn't plugged in.
Flaco's got jokes. He's like that fluffy people, Julio Iglesias. Things to consider. If your opponent happens to be Mexican, then Mexican boxing probably isn't gonna work because he's doing the same thing. In this case, you need to check out one of our other videos which teaches you how to dismantle fools of all colors and races. So the first thing this fool did right was the I have eyes in the back of my head strategy. This intimidation tic-tac gives off the impression of a heightened sense of awareness. At this very moment, his gaze is locked onto both the opponent and the weenies. As you can see right here, this fool's giving the store clerk the opportunity to swing first. Most Mexican martial arts practitioners already have 1 or 2 strikes and are encouraged not to throw the first punch. One of my favorite quotes of all time is from Jet Li, who said, "Boards don't hit back." It's because of this that Taekwondo practitioners spend their lives breaking boards and other assorted pieces of lumber without the fear of retaliation. Mira, where I'm from, the #1 reason to learn martial arts is in preparation of retaliation. The second reason is to eliminate love handles. This is my primo Flaco. He's the ideal Taekwondo practitioner because he's broken a lot of boards in his life, mostly from benches and chairs. The main difference between traditional Taekwondo and Mexican Taekwondo is the addition of the punch. As you probably already know, a lot of things are illegal in Taekwondo's native Korea. Watching TV, driving, listening to music, and punching. But right here, nothing is illegal, except for Flaco. The moment this fool squares up, he's right where he wants to be, and I'm within kicking range. Basically, what I want to do is close the distance and take away his ability to kick. When I was in middle school, they used to call this freaking. I wanna get freaky with you. Now that I'm here, I have the ability to punch. I don't have to be afraid of his hands because his muscle memory only allows him to strike pieces of wood. I want to leave you with a short list of Taekwondo's and don'ts. The first Taekwondo is boards do hit back. In the event that one of these inanimate objects ever decides to fight back, you need to learn how to take a hit. Another Taekwondo is packing tweezers at all times. Taekwondojos spend roughly 20% of class time removing splinters. Another major Taekwondo is watching Taekwondo videos online. You might be discouraged from practicing because of how stupid it looks. Another Taekwondo is using it as a means of self-defense. While Taekwondo is great for ballet and chopping firewood, it compromises balance and exposes vital targets much too often to be used in the streets. But I believe in looking good on camera. Ever since I've been making these videos, I've been taking IB Poopin'. IB Poopin' is the best metabolism supplement on the market, but for the time being, you can't find it in stores. I got a friend of a friend. Just hit me up. IB Poopin' eliminates the digestion process, so your food literally goes from hole to hole in seconds. It's like a water slide. Never take IB Poopin' unless you're in the baño. Never eat anything unless you're on the toilet. And never take IB Poopin' on an empty stomach. Something besides food might come out. Whether you're a fighter or a martial arts celebrity like me, try IB Poopin'. You'll be pooping in no time.
IB Poopin' is MMA approved. Side effects include rashes. A lot of rashes.